So next track I'm going to play is Derek May's Strings of Life, and again this is from my uni days. It's why it's significant to me. In my last year of uni, I was writing an essay called The Effects of Commercialization on the Artistic Value of Dance Music, and I didn't really go to university to kind of study academia. I went to learn how to make albums or like develop my production skills and to make contacts and to network and all that kind of thing, which I did. But I'd say like in terms of what I got from university, in terms of like direct teaching, I think musicology and sociology and kind of like theory of what art is and how it fits into the world was something that I didn't really go there expecting to learn, but ended up studying quite a lot. And I remember in my last year at uni doing this dissertation and like kind of cramming it into the last couple of months for the deadline and doing loads of reading about stuff from like Walter Benjamin about like the concept of art, and it was really fascinating reading stuff from like, you know, like really early in the kind of 1900s, people writing about how art would be perceived in the future and how media would develop long before we had, you know, MP3s or CDs or anything like that. So it's really interesting, and I was really doing a lot of research and a lot of thinking about how I kind of fitted into the world as a musician and as an artist, and what the art I created actually kind of meant in the grand scheme of things. And it was really frying my brain. I was getting like hardly any sleep, kind of working towards this deadline, trying to get this essay finished, and it's just like, it's like a kind of tree growing. Like the more I thought about it, the more things there were to think about, as it were. Like the deeper you get into a subject, you realize how deep it is, and how many different ways you can go with it. And anyway, I remember handing in the dissertation and then going out, or maybe I actually think about it, maybe it was like a week before we had to hand it in, and I kind of almost finished it, and we went to see Mr. Scruff do one of his all-nighters at the Forum in Kentish Town. And somewhere deep in the night, like my brain was kind of going all over the place, having a really good dance, really getting lost in my thoughts, really lost in the moment. And it was the first time I heard this track, Derek May's Strings of Life, which obviously is a huge dance anthem. And I remember hearing this track, and somehow, like, as this track kind of came in, I felt like a conclusion of all these thoughts that I've been thinking of, you know, what is art and kind of how do I fit into the world, and just kind of had this real like deep sense of purpose as an artist. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain in a relatively short amount of words, but at the time this track just really connected with me. I remember thinking like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to make electronic music. This is my art. I'm going to be an artist, and when I leave university, this is what I'm going to do when I continue my career. So yeah, it meant a lot to me at the time. So here it is.